السلام عليكم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسولنا محمد سيد الأولين والآخرين بعد رسول الله سادات أصحاب الدستور ولا شاء الله فاز أحسن محمد الرحمن طريقتنا الصحبة والخير في الجميع. لا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. İman edenler korku, üzüntü olmaz Allah'ın izniyle.
Allah Almighty describes the believers as those who do not have fear and those who do not experience sadness by the will of Allah Almighty and the permission of Allah Almighty.
Allah'a sığınmak insan, mümin için en büyük iyiliktir. Allah Azze ve Celle
To seek refuge in Allah Almighty is the best thing for a Muslim,
tarafından verilmiş ikramdır.
and it is a divine favor that Allah Almighty is our safe haven where we can seek refuge.
O ikram mühim olan odur. İnsanın hayatı
And that divine favor, that sanctuary to be able to seek refuge with Allah Almighty is a great divine favor.
dünya için değil, ahiret için. Dünya
We must not live for this world, we must live for the hereafter.
geçicidir.
This world is only temporary,
Ahiret bakidir.
whereas the hereafter is eternal.
Onun için Allah'la beraber olan, Allah yolunda olanlar, insanlar üzüntü, keder, hüzün olmaz.
Therefore, those who live for the hereafter, those who are with Allah Almighty, will not experience sadness, grief, anxiety, or fear.
Hakiki Allah'a tevekkül eden insanlarda, Müslümanlar da tabi
That is the state of those who trust in Allah Almighty,
gayrimüslimlere göre daha iyi olur.
and thus the state of a Muslim is better compared to the state of a non-Muslim.
Onun faydası Allah Azze ve Celle vermiş.
Allah Almighty has granted to Muslim that divine favor and that advantage or blessing.
Allah herkesi selamete, cennete davet ediyor.
Allah Almighty invites everyone to paradise, to eternal peace and salvation.
O kimse mahrum değildir. İsteyen hepsi
That invitation is reserved to everyone, and no one is exempt from that invitation to paradise and salvation,
gelebilir.
and everyone may come.
Oraya, o yere gelebilir. Davetlidir herkes.
Everyone has been invited without exception to enter paradise.
Ama tabii insanın inadı, nefsi, küfrü falan
However, people disbelieve and they insist in their disbelief,
ondan uzak tutuyor.
and it is that stubbornness and their disbelief that keeps them away from there,
Ters tarafa koşturuyor.
and it is their stubbornness in their disbelief that makes them go the wrong opposite direction.
İstikamet kötü tarafa oluyor çoğu insanların.
Most people, instead of therefore following the right way, they follow the exact opposite way, the wrong way.
İnsanlar nefislerine, hevalarına, şeytana tabi oluyorlar.
People follow their egos, their desires, they follow shaitan,
Doğru yoldan uzaklaşıyor, kaçıyorlar.
and they distance themselves from the right way. In fact, they are running away from the right way.
Halbuki selamet ondadır.
However, peace and salvation is to be found on the right way.
İyilik ondadır.
Goodness is to be found on the right way.
Kazanç ondadır.
The true gain, and achievement is to be found on the right way.
İnsanın hayatını kazanması Allah yolunda olanlardan.
To be the winners of this life means to be following the right way and to be with Allah Almighty.
Allah yolunda olmayanlar hayatlarını kaybetmişlerdir.
Those who are not with Allah Almighty have lost their lives.
Kaybetti diyor, hayatını onlardır kaybeden.
Those who are not with Allah Almighty, they are the ones who have lost their lives and they come out as losers of this life.
İman olmayanlar ölünce hayatları kaybolmuş olur.
Those who do not believe in Allah Almighty, when they die, they will have lost their lives truly.
Kaybetmiş oluyorlar. Fırsatları kaybetmiş oluyorlar.
They have lost their opportunity which they had been given in this life.
İman edenler kazanmış oluyor.
Those who believe in Allah Almighty, however, they are the winners.
Hayatlarını kazanmış oluyorlar.
They are the winners of life.
Şimdi devamlı derler hayatını kaybetti. Geçen gün işte birkaç gün önce küfrün başı hayatını kaybetti dedi. O kaybetmiştir zaten.
The other day, some disbeliever died, and they said in the news that person died. He lost his life, and truly, he lost his life.
Onun yolunda olanlar kaybeder.
Those who do not believe, they truly lose their lives.
Çünkü Allah'ın yolundan çıkmışlar kendi kafalarına göre.
They are the losers in the end because they have gone astray from the right way and they started following their own ways.
Bir yol tutmuşlar. Halbuki hakikati bilirler.
They have made up their own ways based on their own likings, and they ignored and rejected the right way, even though they knew the truth, even though they knew what the right way was.
Bildikleri halde nefislerine uyup da
Even though they knew the truth, they rejected it and they followed their egos.
o yolda giden hayatını kaybeder.
And those who reject the truth and follow their egos are the ones who in the end truly lose their lives and come out of this life as losers when they die.
Hiçbir faydası olmaz.
They lose their lives and their lives end with no benefit.
Hiçbir ahirette iyi görmez.
And they will not find any benefit or blessing in the hereafter.
Onun için Allah yolunda olanlar o kazanmıştır.
Those who follow the way of Allah Almighty, however, they are the winners.
O yolda sabit kadem kılması lazım.
Those who are steadfast in following the way of Allah Almighty, they are the winners.
Şimdi bir hayli saçma sapan şeyler çıkmış.
Now, however, there are many nonsense and absurd things.
Buna inanırım, buna inanmam, bunu severim, bunu sevmem.
And people make up their own ways and they say, I believe in this, but I do not believe in that. I like this and I do not like that.
Sen kendini kafana göre olmaz.
They filter their religion based on their own thoughts and own likings.
Din neyse onu takip edeceksin.
The requirements and the obligations of the religions are clear, and you must follow the religion. You must follow the requirements and obligations of the religions if they have been ordered.
O dini de Peygamber Efendimiz sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem yolundan gelmiş.
And this religion has come through our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, and it is through following his way that we fulfill the orders of this religion, by following his way.
O yolu takip edeceksin.
And we must follow that way as shown by our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him.
Şimdi yok. Biz hadis istemeyiz. Kur'an yeter bize.
However, they claim and say we don't want to listen to the sayings, the hadith of our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him. The Quran, the Holy Quran is enough for us, they say.
Onlar da sapıtmıştır. İnsanları da sapıtıyor.
But they have gone astray. Those who make such claims, they themselves have gone astray and they lead others astray.
Onu kabul eden akıldan noksandır.
Those who accept such thoughts, those who reject the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, are mentally deficient.
aklı yoktur,
They don't have a mind.
ahmaktır,
They are idiots.
delidir. Çünkü Kur'an kimin yoluna gelmiş? Peygamber Efendimiz sallallahu aleyhi
They are stupid. How can they ignore that reality? That reality that religion has come through the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him?
ve sellem. Sen hadisi kabul etmiyorsun, Kur'an'ı kabul ediyorsun.
How can one reject the hadith, the blessed sayings of our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, and say the Holy Quran is enough?
Ne bu derler, ne behri ne bu lahana turşusu derler ya, aynı ele oluyor yani. Akıl, insanın aklı, mantık var, akıl var, Allah vermiş.
Their brain is like fermented cabbage pickles. They are stupid. They do not use their minds, which they have.
Onları şeytan, heva nefis bertaraf edip
Shaitan, the ego and the desires have destroyed the minds and brains of those people,
kendilerine tabi ediyor.
and instead they have made them follow their own ways.
Akıl olmayan.
They follow a way, a mindless way.
Allah aklımızı muhafaza etsin.
May Allah Almighty preserve our minds.
Allah doğru yoldan ayırmasın.
May Allah Almighty make us not go astray from the right way.
Allah mübarek etsin cumamıza inşallah.
May Allah Almighty bless this. May Allah Almighty bless this sacred day of Jummah for us.
Allah tevfik. El-Fatih.